Hi, I'm Justine Louise. Welcome to my channel today. I am actually going to do a quick little get ready with me with all Charlotte Tilbury products, and the inspiration behind the look today is this one palette in particular. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Look in a Palette 5-minute face on the go, and this is the Beauty Glow version. It is the perfect summertime glowy rose gold pinky kind of makeup, and I love it. This is it here, and I will be going through step by step each of the products and how I use them, as well as some other Charlotte Tilbury products that I have. I pretty much did my whole face with Charlotte Tilbury minus a couple of products, but if you're interested in seeing how I got this look and finding out a little bit more information on some Charlotte Tilbury items, because I do go through quite a few of them, then just keep watching. Okay, so I've tied my hair back and my skin is clean and prepped, and what I did today is I actually prepped my skin using the Goddess Skin Clay Mask. I've used this before. I don't know, it's okay. I don't really know. It's more of a pre-makeup prep mask, or at least that's what she does in her videos, and how it's described is it visibly lifts, smooths, brightens, and tightens pores for baby skin. Okay, anyway, I use that before I wash my face, and then I've used this, and then today I'm using her Magic Cream. It's her face lotion. I have the day and the night. It's okay. I've used it many times. It's not my favorite moisturizer. My favorite moisturizer is the Ole Henriksen Truth line, the orange stuff. But I can't part with this because every time I watch one of Charlotte's videos and she uses this cream, I think, oh, okay, I'm going to use it and try it again. But I never look like a supermodel. Anyway, but for today's video, I have used the Magic Cream, and apparently it has a lot of hyaluronic acid that's supposed to plump and make your skin look beautiful. So anyway, I'm going to use it. Now, I'm going to use a primer, and she has two. One of them is called Wonder Glow, and it's kind of a radiant product, and I think it's actually similar to the Hollywood Flawless Filter. This she's had out for a long time, and I have used it before. It's okay, but I think this is similar. I don't totally know, but when you read the description of this, it's kind of the same. So this is multiple use Wonder Glow. So I think I'm going to need my glasses. It's for under foundation for lit from within luminosity, over foundation for a radiant flawless finish, or on its own after Charlotte's Magic Cream for lasting glow. So that's kind of what her Hollywood Flawless Filter does as well. And for the sake of this video, I'm going to use this as a primer today. So I'm going to use it with my fingers, and it's just like a champagne color. You can see there's radiance to it. And I'm just going to put this all over my skin with my fingers, and it has a very subtle champagne-y kind of glow. I don't feel like it does anything to change the appearance of my skin or the pores size. It just adds a nice radiance. So I'm going to use this as a primer today. Now I have two samples of her foundation. I've never actually purchased any of her foundations. I've never really been overly impressed, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to use one of them. So I have a sample of the Light Wonder, which is almost like a tinted moisture. It's very, very minimal coverage. I have used it before, and I also have a sample of her Magic Foundation, and I have also used this before, and it's okay. I wasn't overly impressed by it, but for today, I'm going to use the Magic Foundation because my skin is still a little bit in recovery mode from my bad breakouts last month. So I'm going to use more of a coverage foundation, and this one is in medium. So it's a very neutral medium color, and I'm going to use it with my Beauty Blender. And yes, this is still the old Beauty Blender that I said I was going to replace at the Sephora VIB sale. And no, I did not. And feel free to shame me all you want. I just bought so much at the sale, and I'm I know I probably should have bought this in some of the other impulse buys, but I do also have a fairly new Fenty Rihanna sponge, and I should be using that one. I like it, it's nice, but I prefer my beauty blender. I will buy one, just in my head. So I'm just tapping this on. I don't want a ton of coverage, but I do have a little bit of breakouts here and there, so I'm going to go with a little bit more. It's hard to tell when you're using a sample how much you're going to need. And I think this is the perfect color for me. Again, this is medium 6. She might have a couple of mediums. And I'm just tapping it on. Yeah, it's very nice, but I don't think it gives me a flawless finish. It could also be because I'm using a beauty blender. I find beauty blender shears out foundations a lot on me. And I keep going. A little over my lips. And there we go. So as you can see, it's just a nice satin finish. It's not overly matte. It's not super radiant, which suits me. Here we go. Now next, I don't know if she has an eyelid primer. I've never really looked, but I don't own one and I don't have a sample, so I'm going to go with my handy dandy Milani, which I just love. I used to always use the Urban Decay or the Too Faced, and this one I find is just as nice, and it's drugstore and very affordable. I think it's between $5 and $10. I can't remember off the top of my head, and depends, I guess, where you buy it. So I've got an eyelid primer on. And Charlotte does have under eye concealers. I've used 2 of them. One of them is kind of a pen, and it has kind of an eye cream on one end, and then I think it's a brightener, or it's called the Retoucher, I think. And then I did also use her under eye concealer, and I absolutely hate them both. They show up all this dry skin under my eyes that I didn't even know I had, and they smear and separate, and I've just never had any success. So I'm not going to be using any of her concealers. I don't have any anyways, but I have had samples in the past and not a big fan. So I am going to use my Color Science 3-in-1 Total, what is this called? 3-in-1 Renewal Therapy. I really, really like this. I've mentioned I bought this in a haul last month after a lot of 40-something-year-old YouTubers talked about it. It's really, really nice, but I still prefer my Bye Bye Under Eyes by IT Cosmetics. Reason being, they're very, very similar, very nice. This one has an SPF, which is great, so it does have that as a benefit over the IT Cosmetics one. They work very similar to me, I think. Blend in beautifully. Nice coverage, don't settle into fine lines. But this Color Science one is so difficult to get your hands on if you live in Canada, and it's more than double the price. So if I had to buy this again, I would just get the IT Cosmetics one. I'm going to go with a little bit more. I'm looking a little tired today. Yeah, so this is really nice, but I had to search online in the States, pay duty, exchange, shipping, etc., etc., etc. So I paid much more than people do in the US with all those factors in. And like I said, I don't think it's much better than my IT Cosmetics one, with the exception of having a sunscreen. But I usually have a sunscreen in my moisturizers or in one of the products I'm wearing. So now, just to be over the top, I'm going to add the Hollywood Flawless Filter, and I'm going to put this down my nose. I know I should be using a sponge to apply this, but I'm not. So I kind of put it in the areas where I would normally highlight. And I did do a full review on this product when I first got it. I'll link that below. And I kind of had no opinion on it, and I'm still kind of the same. But you know what? I use it every day. So I guess that kind of says something, doesn't it? It just gives a little bit of a glow and a radiance. I still go in with a highlighter. But for a more mature skin, it's actually really nice. It doesn't settle into lines here. It blends in nicely. I don't think it gives a dramatic effect, but I like it. Now you're probably thinking, why am I not wearing a powder? I don't own any Charlotte Tilbury powders, although I've heard the one in the pressed powder, I can't remember the name, I'll link it. I don't own it, and to be honest, when I wear powders, even though I'm a very oily skin person and I probably should wear powder, I find the more products I use, I look old. And I've used them all. I've used Hourglass, I've used so many different powders, and for some reason I just look thicker and thicker and older, and just not, it's not the look I'm going for, obviously. So I kind of steer away from them. And if it means my makeup isn't going to be as long lasting, I'm okay with that. I would rather that than have cakey lines and just thick makeup. I just like I like my skin to show through, is what I'm trying to say. So next, I am going to use my ultimate. This is kind of what this whole video is based around, because I wanted to showcase this to you guys, and it is the Instant Look in a Palette 5-minute face on the go, and this is the Beauty Glow version. I actually own 3 of these different ones. This one by far is my absolute favorite. Sorry, I hope I'm not blinding you. It has the highlight, it has a bronzer contour, it has her Swish and Go blush. So her Charlotte Tilbury has blushes, they're kind of like a circle with another color in the middle, and she means for you to swirl them and then pop them on the cheek. This color going right on the apple and the other color around. And it has her 3 eyeshadow technique. One is Enhance, Smoke, what does she call it? Enhance, Smoke, and sorry, I can't see without my glasses, but she does it on all her products. Brighten, Enhance, and Smoke. The thing about this palette though, you can use all of these colors as eyeshadows. Oh, I probably wouldn't use this poppy pink, but you can mix and match everything. I've used this color on my eyes. You can use the highlight, all of them. It is the most perfect palette, especially if you're traveling and you just want everything in one kit and you're done. I took this with me to Australia. Did take some other stuff too, because I'm just a bit of a makeup junkie, as you know. But really, I should have just taken this, and this would have been more than enough. I do own 2 more, which I mentioned to you. One is called the Natural Beauty. It's lovely. I highly recommend it for people who don't like to wear a lot of makeup, or maybe for a young lady in your life who is just starting to wear makeup and just wants more of a natural look. I think it would be lovely on teens who are just getting into makeup, or young ladies who would just want a minimalist makeup and just want to enhance their features. It is perfect for that. There is another one called Seductive Beauty, and that also is a favorite of mine, but this is my ultimate. The colors in here are just perfect, very rose gold, and I always gravitate towards it in the summertime, so that's why I'm pulling it out now and wanted to show you guys for a nice summery look. Lastly, there is one that she brought out at Christmas. I can't remember the name, but it had a black shadow in it, and I actually ended up returning that one. It didn't have the same quality, I felt, in my opinion, as her other ones. For some reason, it just didn't work very well. The black had a lot of fallout. It was very sheer, and I found it all sprinkled into my highlighter, and I've seen quite a few people complain about that. This one also has a little bit of transfer because the pans are so small, but it's just a wonderful, gorgeous palette, and I love it. So that's why I wanted to show it to you guys today. And I'm just going to give you a little comparison, because I do also own the Bronze and Glow. That is the Duo palette that she has. And as you can see, I've hit pan. It does not happen very often in any of my makeup products. I own quite a bit of makeup, if you haven't guessed. So this is the contour bronzer and the highlight in her original format. This is the lighter version. I think she has two, one for light to medium and medium to dark skin tones. Now, I contacted Charlotte Tilbury to ask if this was the same colors as in her 5-minute palettes, and it is not. She says in every one of these palettes, the color is slightly different, and you can see it's just slightly different. The one in her original Bronze and Glow is a little bit darker, and this is more of a gold, whereas this one's a little bit more white. But to somebody who doesn't own either, this is perfect comparison. So if you've been interested in trying Charlotte Tilbury's products, this is the perfect way. And as I mentioned, there's a couple of options as far as color palettes, so you can take a look of colors that might suit you or you might be more interested in. This one is my favorite. So I'm going to go in first with my bronze or contour. She uses it as both. And I'm just going to go in here. This is with my double-ended Glow Minerals brush. I really like it. It's nothing fancy, but I find it just kind of goes in whatever cheekbone you want to think I have. My non-existent chubby cheekbone. And I just give myself an overall bronze. It's just such a wearable color. There's no shimmer to it. It's a matte. And it's just the right color. Not too warm, not too cool, so you can contour with it and bronze. I've even used it as a transition color for eyeshadow. Just a little across the nose. Just blends beautifully. It's not muddy. I just can't say enough about her bronzers, and I've used all of them in her 5-minute palettes, and they're all really nice, and they're all slightly different. As I mentioned, I did contact Charlotte's website, and they said they're all different. So if you're thinking of buying them, they had all, and you want to own them all, you're not getting the same one over and over and over again. Now I just wanted to give you my quick bronze, and now I'm just going to use this same bronze as a little bit of a transition shade. Because this is such a quick and easy palette, I'm going to do both of my eyes. I usually do my bad eye off camera because it's different and it sometimes takes a while. And this is with my fancy Wayne Goss brush. And I'm going to go with my IT Cosmetics. This is the 4-in-1 Superhero brush. I've shown this before. It kind of goes into different sizes. But I think the 4-in-1 is a bit misleading because you can only use this side once for one color. So anyway, whatever. It's a nice soft brush and I enjoy IT Cosmetics stuff. So now I'm going to go in with the Brighten color. And I'm going to put this at the bottom here on my mobile lid, right into the center here. And it's just a beautiful champagne-y pink. Leaning more towards champagne, but there is definitely pink hues in this, that's for sure. That's why I enjoy wearing this one in the summer. It's just a nice rose gold. So there we go, easy peasy. I'm going to go back in with my Wayne Goss, and I'm going to go in this middle color called Enhance. And again, this is a nice rose gold. And I'm just going to do this on the outer corner here and up through my non-existent brow bone. The other reason why I like this palette for traveling is it's just a quick and easy get ready. When I'm traveling, we're usually up early and out the door, and my husband doesn't want to wait while I fiddle around with makeup. So quick and easy, done and dusted and out the door. So there's my outside. I'm going to use the other end of the IT Cosmetics Superhero, and it's just kind of, you can use it as eyeliner or whatever. I like to use it for underneath my eyes. And I've just gone in with that rose gold again, the enhanced color, and I'm just going to smudge that on my bottom lash line. Quick and easy. And now I'm going to go in with a Sigma, and I'm going to go in this darker color here. That's the Smoke, and it is a full matte color. And I'm just going to do my outer corner here. Just deepen it up a little bit with a nice matte shade. Open up my hooded eyes a little. Now you could even use this as an eyeliner. So it's another less product that you need to take with you, and I forgot to bring a blending brush. So I'll just go in with this Superhero and just blend that out. So it's just a very simple, wearable color. You could even deepen this up if you're going out in the evening. Go, and now I'm going to use one of her pencil eyeliners. This one is, oh no, this is Supernova. It's a nice purple. I thought this might also be kind of nice, but today I'm just going to use a brown. It is Amber Moon. It's a sparkly brown, and it's a dark brown. They're super soft and creamy. I personally prefer a black liquid, but for today I'm just going to show you guys how these go on. They're so soft. Probably should have been a little bit sharper to do my upper lash. I always just do the first half of my eye. It's probably wrong, but that's what I like to do. And I just give myself a little bit of a wing. And it's just a nice deep chocolate brown. And you can also use this for your waterline, so I'm just going to tight line the top. I find if I do it on the bottom, it makes my eyes look much smaller. And it kind of just reminds me of my 80s days when I wore that fluorescent blue eyeliner, and I just can't get past that. So there we go. I don't have any of her brow products, so I'm just going to quickly go in with my Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil in medium brown. I'm not really too fussy about my brows. I probably should be, but it's never a part of my face that I'm too fussed about. So I just quickly pencil them in just to deepen them. And I use the brow gel, but I'll use that in a minute. And then I just brush through one more time. Now I'm going to go in with the Swish brush. I'm probably doing this all disorganized, but this is, I just go with it. And I'm going to mix these two together, like she says, and you're supposed to just kind of swish it on. This is my VIB Rouge blush brush, or I don't know what kind of brush it is. I got it as a free gift for being VIB Rouge, and I really like it. So I love this color. It just complements the palette really, really nicely. And as I mentioned, you can even use these two colors as eyeshadows. So you can have a nice big eyeshadow palette, really. Here we go. And then I'm going to use this highlight. It's just, I find her highlights are just gorgeous. They're not in your face, super shimmery. I think they work really, really well with mature skin. They don't settle in with fine lines and are just a nice subtle glow. And I just do a teeny bit down my nose, a little on the Cupid's bow, a little bit right here. I love to be glowy. I know I'm an oily skin person and shouldn't, but oh well. And then I'm going to use my brow. I'm going to quickly do my mascara off camera because I'm not using her mascara. I have used her Legendary Lashes, and I have to say it's probably one of the worst mascaras I have ever used. It literally melted off my eyelids, and it was all down here. And I gave it to my mom, and she goes to yoga, and she phoned me and she says, "I'm gonna kill you." I said, "Why?" I'd kind of forgotten about it, and she said, "I went to yoga, and when I came out of there, I had all this plaque all underneath my eyes." And I was like, "Oh, I probably used the Charlotte Tilbury. I should have warned you." So anyway, she wasn't a fan either. And I know she's relaunched it and brought it out a new formula that's supposed to not do that, but I'm not going to risk it. There's other mascaras that I prefer, so I'm not going to try it. I have seen a couple of people review it, and they have said it is nice, but they said they liked the one before as well. So if they liked it before, then it's probably not much of a difference with the new one. So I'm not going to take their opinion. I'm happy with some of the mascaras that I have, so I will just quickly do that off camera. Okay, I'm back, and I took my hair down as well. Just for your reference, I use the Marc Jacobs. I am loving this. This is a sample from my Christmas box, and it is giving my IT Cosmetics superhero run for its money. I really, really like this. So anyway, I also realized I forgot to do my brow bone with the highlight. So I am just going to grab a clean brush here, if I have one. There we go. And I'm just going to add a little bit to my brow bone. And this is just the perfect color. It's very, very light champagne. And I sometimes put a teeny bit in the corner of my eye. Although sometimes it kind of settles into lines on me, but you're supposed to do it. Okay, so last but not least is lipstick. I love Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, but I think I'm allergic to them. If you're new to my channel, I have a lipstick allergy. I'm allergic to 3 things I know for sure, and there is a mystery 4th ingredient. I don't wear Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks very often. Her colors are pretty bold. I tend to go for really, really faint nudes. But when I do wear them, I find the next day my lips are really sore, almost like they're burned. So I'm going to wear one today, and I'll see what my lips are like tomorrow. That also being said, I'm not going to use a lip liner today because I'm definitely allergic to her lip liners. I had Pillow Talk, and I had one more, I think it was called Pink Venus, and I love them. But they have an ingredient called Phenoxyethanol, which I am definitely 100% allergic to. So I can't use a lip liner today. So I'm going to use 2 lipsticks because I have tried this set before and I love it. It's from the, I think it's called, I can't remember, was that Christmas? I'll link it below. I did a full review. It was a gift set that she brought out at Christmas time with 3 lipsticks. And one of them is called Between the Sheets, and one of them is called Miss Kensington. So I wear the Between the Sheets, which is a little bit of a dark pink for me, and it's a matte. So I wear this. The Pillow Talk lip liner would look amazing with this, by the way. So this color, I feel, really complements this eye look and this Beauty Glow palette, because everything seems to be kind of rose gold, but I find this color a little bit harsh and dark for me. I know some of you are probably thinking I'm nuts, but I just like lighter lipsticks. So I go in on top with my Miss Kensington, and it just softens it, and it almost makes the edges like a lip liner from the darker color. So there we go. Now today my hair isn't perfect. This is 3-day-old hair, and I would normally use my body waver today, but my mom has it. I bought her a T3 wand curling iron, which she's been wanting, and I got it for her for Mother's Day. And I gave it to her and I said, but try my body waver. You might like that. I also got that for myself at this Sephora VIB sale. And she actually prefers the body waver. So I'm going to return the wand and get her a body waver. So she's borrowed that, and I'm getting that back soon, I hope. Because it's just amazing. I'm actually going to do a hair tutorial video for you guys. It should be up soon so you can see what this looks like on a clean hair day after I've just done it. It just smooths, it gives it tons of volume and body but not curl, if that's something you're interested in. Anyway, back to the Charlotte Tilbury. So I hope this helped you guys if you've been interested in any of these Charlotte Tilbury products and wanted to see people's opinions and how they perform. I hope this helped you. As you can see, I have some very strong likes and some pretty strong dislikes from Charlotte Tilbury. But for the most part, I love her products. I love her makeup. I think it really suits mature skin. I don't know if that's her target market because I notice a lot of her marketing campaigns tends to be younger women, but I think her products really suit older, mature skin people. Anyway, that's my opinion. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please click like, and if you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to stay up to date with all my latest videos. I do makeup, skincare, and hauls, and all kinds of fun stuff for ladies typically my age. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye!